Hello everyone and welcome back to another vintage cube draft where we have quite a nice start. Time walk is excellent. It's good with regrowth, so that's something we can maybe look for on the wheel. I also like that we're passing no real blue cards in this pack. Inkwell Leviathan is only partially a blue card. It's really a black card because it's played in Reanimator. Or Tinker, I guess. But yeah, it's a good sign that, or it's good that we're not sending a bunch of good blue cards to the person to our left. Hopefully that means we can be in somewhat open blue, but we will see. Now we have, there's some good green stuff here. Both Noble Hierarch and Uro would be pretty nice for us. And then there's also Verdant Catacombs if we wanted to be blue-green. I don't think I'm going to take a Sower here. We could take Jite. Jite and Thalia are probably the two best cards in the pack. And I do actually think that, blue-white with Time Walk is very, very strong. Obviously, Thalia making Time Walk cost more isn't amazing, but that's fine. We could just take the Uro. This card is pretty strong in a base blue deck, and it's very good with Time Walk. And we could even just take Elspeth if we wanted to do, like, blue-white control. This is very close. I'm kind of leaning towards taking the Jite. Yeah, let's take the Jite. That just leaves us open. It's good in pretty much any deck. The absolute, like, if you're playing basically, like, creatureless control, then it's bad. But even if you're playing, like, base blue with only a few value creatures, Jite is very strong. And Jite is good against decks that this sort of deck can struggle against. Okay, well, now we have Narset, which pushes us in the opposite direction, away from creatures. Sort of funny that there's a Leovold and a Narset in the same pack. Lots of ways to shut down card draw. There's Raphellos, but I don't think we're playing Raphellos. Let's just take the Narset. This card is good. We'll see. Like, if we end up with a lot of creatures, we could cut the Narset. If we end up with not many creatures, we could cut the Jite. But these are both very powerful, and we can play them together. Especially if we get non-token or non-creature ways to make creatures, like Shark Typhoon. That plays well with both Narset and with Jite. Soulfire Grandmaster would be a good one, of course. That is a nice infinite combo with Time Walk. I'd also love to find some counter magic. Well, there's a Mystical Tutor. This can find the Time Walk. What else could we take from this pack? There's a couple, like we could take Cave of the Frost Dragon or something. We could take Yorion. That doesn't seem that good. I mean, yeah, we need to decide if we want to be, like, a control deck or an aggro Jite deck. Like, we could take Lunan Relic Warder and just cut the Narset plan, but I think I'm just going to take the Tutor here. Yeah, we'll go with the Tutor. It's not amazing yet, but I think it could definitely get there. All right, now we have a bit of a weak pack, but we can just take Prismatic Vista, which is pretty strong. I think it's incredibly unlikely we play Mono Blue, so yeah, we'll take this. Like, there's not really a clear card that we want to splash. Like, I guess Duress or, like, Inferno Titan are both pretty good, but I think I'd rather just take the Fixing. Okay, now we can take Brainstorm. There's also Skull Clamp, which is really good if we get stuff like Lingering Souls, but I think we just want to take the Brainstorm. We have one Shuffle effect at the moment. Actually, I guess two with the Mystical Tutor as well. So right now this is looking just like a solid start for a lot of different blue decks, whether it's control or combo or something. The Jite is a bit out of place, so this may or may not make the final draft. We could have taken Uro in the pack where we got this, and based on the rest of the stuff we have, Uro does look a little bit better in this build, but the draft is still pretty early. Ooh, well, oh, dang. Well, there's Swords to Plowshares, which I was looking at, but I think we got to take the Soulfire. It's unfortunate because this card almost always wheels, but, I mean, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, one card's coming back from this pack. It could be the Soulfire Grandmaster, but I don't think we want to risk it. This is, like, a genuinely very strong combo, especially when we already have Mystical Tutor to search for the Time Walk. Yeah, let's take the Soulfire. It's also fine even without the Time Walk. Like, it's good with Mystical Tutor and Brainstorm. Okay, now we have Solitude versus Monastery Mentor, and that's actually pretty close. I think I'm going to take the Mentor, though, because Solitude is not as good when you have few white cards. Yeah, let's take the Mentor. And this is looking like a good Mentor deck. Mentor makes it like it's good with GTA because it makes tokens, and we also have a couple 1 mana spells, which is pretty nice. So looking like it's a blue, like a base blue white time walk deck. Either Teferi would be amazing. Fractured Identity would be amazing. All right, we can take a Thraben Inspector here. Really good with GTA again. Ooh, Uro comes around. Okay. We could also take Sower. I don't think this is a Thalia deck. Yeah, I mean Thalia's like it's a Nombo. Like it's bad in decks with Monastery Mentor and with Narset. Yeah, I don't think we're taking Thalia. Sower versus Uro. Sower is good. I'm gonna take the Uro though, speculatively. If it's going that late, that means blue green is likely open, and like we don't. I don't think we miss out on that much by not having the Sower. Now we can take a Loyal Warhound, which I think will start in the board, but we can bring that in when we're on the draw, and it'll be pretty nice there. There's a Stirring Wildwood. There's also Yorion, but I think we just take the Stirring Wildwood. Yeah, let's do that. The one thing with Uro is it's bad with basic planes. You need a bunch of, like, I mean, yeah, you need double green and double blue to escape it, and it's not very good if you can escape it. Let's take Intrepid Adversary. So, yeah, I would need to get relatively good fixing before Uro becomes a good card. Also, it depends slightly if we end up, like, how heavy white we end up. If we end up with just a couple white cards and we're, like, base blue, then this will be a lot better, both because it'll be easier to cast with fewer basic planes, and because we'll have more cards that go to the graveyard. In general, you want to be playing, like, cantrips are the best thing for cards like this, because you can fill up your graveyard very quickly. Okay, I think we take the Gideon here. Yeah, let's take Gideon. This card is nice with Narset and with Jite. It's one of those cards that's a creature and a non-creature. Last Pixel Feared Vortex. Okay. So, pretty good start. Blue is cut. No surprise there. We got a couple blue cards, and they were all very early. But I think I like where we're at. Hopefully we can get maybe 3 or 4 good blue cards with our early picks in this pack, and then round it out with some fixing and a couple white cards. Which Teferi would we prefer in this deck? Probably 5-mana Teferi. He is just stronger in general, and formats that are slow enough that you can play 5-drops. And yeah, Little Teferi would be good too. I would certainly take either one, but I think I would rather have the hero in this spot. Ooh. Really good pack for us. We're going to take the Mox. There's 2 fetch lands, which would help us. And there's also Wrath of God and Smuggler's Copter. So lots of interesting options, but we'll definitely take the Mox. Yeah. It's sort of on color. I think I would prefer, I mean, Mox Sapphire would have been the best one. And I think I would still probably rather a white Mox in this deck than a green Mox, but we'll see. This Gideon may or may not end up making the cut, depending on how our mana looks in the end. Okay, now we have a Trinket Mage, which can find Mox Emerald. There's Gideon, and there's Flooded Strand. I think we just got to take the Flooded Strand. Yeah, let's take that. It's good fixing, and it also is good with Uro. Ooh, Remand. Love that. There's also Mana Tithe, which is decent, but it might come around, and yeah, we'll certainly be taking Remand here. Another card that's good with Uro. Okay, at this point, I think the mana is looking decent enough that we probably will be playing this. Okay, this is a close one. I don't think we're tinkering. We have a couple cheap artifacts. We have the Thraben Inspector Clue, Mox Emerald, and the Jite. We could take Council's Judgment, which is great fixing, or which is a great removal, and then there's Overgrown Farmland, which is good fixing. The Stirring Wildwood went very late, though, so I think this should come around, too. Yeah, I'll just take the Council's Judgment. Bant is always a fun color combination. I like that we're able to play these colors. Noble Hierarch would have been good. We got that. I think that might have been in the pack with Jite. Not 100% sure on that. The Jite is a little sketchy right now, because it's very good with Thraben Inspector. It's good with Soulfire Grandmaster. It's good with Mentor. It's only okay with Gideon because you have to re-equip it every turn. And it's pretty bad with Uro because It's not a creature for most of the game, and then in the late game, if you get to the point where you're attacking with an Uro, you're probably already winning. So you don't gain that much extra value from having GT on it. A couple of pieces of fixing, but unfortunately they don't help us. We could take Hydroid Krasis or Oust. We don't have much removal at the moment, but I do really like the Krasis. Yeah, let's take that. I guess our removal is mostly GT at this point. It would be... Oh, yeah, we did pass that Sword Splashers already. I guess we could get Path. But blue and green both don't have much removal, so we're going to have to lean pretty heavily on white for that. Here we have two Signets that are both on color for us. And that's really it. A bunch of black cards. We could also take Sakura Tribe Elder. But I think I would rather have one of the Signets. Yeah, let's take the Zoria Signet here. Now we can take a Banishing Light. That's a pretty good pickup. Some more solid removal. Blade Splicer's okay, but not amazing, and I don't think we need the Creeping Tar Pit. There was a Lingering Souls, I think, in this pack that could wheel. Maybe that was in the last pack, actually. But at any rate, there's like the Black Splash could help us potentially, but I think I would still rather take the light here. So our fixing is a little weak at this point. That's definitely a pretty high priority. Right now, Mystical Tutor can really only find Time Walk. I guess it's fine to pick up a Council's Judgment or something, but this card is card disadvantage. I would like to have at least one card that puts us up on cards, like a Treasure Cruise or something. Ancestral Recall would be the dream to really make this good. Ooh, well, there's the Treasure Cruise. It's a little bit of a nombo with Uro, but I think it's still the right pickup here. There's also Trigon Predator, but I don't think we really need this card. This is much better if you have a lot of 1-drops and you can accelerate it out on turn 2. Yeah, let's take the Treasure Cruise. Geist of Saint Traft. This pack had 2 pieces of fixing, neither of which came around, unfortunately. Yeah, we can take the Geist here. May or may not make the main deck. This card is not good against decks that have a lot of ground blockers. So against stuff like Mono Green or Mono White or Mono Red, honestly. It's very good against control and combo. Which is, well, what is our toughest matchup here? I don't really know. Ooh, Gideon is good. Yeah, let's take Gideon. Like, we don't have great removal, but we also don't have that fast of a clock. Not really sure. Now we can take a Mana Tide. That's pretty great. We could still just cut the green. I mean, we have, like, our fixing... these two can both get blue-white. I don't know. We'll see how the mana looks in the end. Lingering Souls, I think, is better than Usher of the Fallen. We'll take that for the board. And then we'll bring it in some matchups where it's good against Flyers, or if we get some more black fixing. Now we can take Vryn Wingmare. Pretty good pickup. Lion's Eye Diamond. Blade Splicer is actually decent. So, white is clearly the most open color. But I think these blue cards and green cards are still good enough that it's worth trying to make them work. Oh, dang, there was a piece of green light fixing that didn't wheel. That's surprising that that didn't come around. Here we could take... I mean, we should probably just take the land. There's Oracle of Moldiah and Consecrated Sphinx as nice value cards. But I think this is just too important to pass. And there's almost no chance that a blue land comes around. So what are the cards that are uncuttable? Well, we could cut green. Ooh, we got past... Oh my gosh. This is so painful to pass this to Fairy, but I think we got to do it. Yeah, I mean, there's no way we can pass a non-color Mox here. Okay. Now we have Savannah and Hallowed Fountain. Okay, we need to take the Hallowed Fountain. Savannah would mean that Flooded Strand can get green, but we're just so much heavier blue-white. And Savannah has a chance of coming around, whereas there's no way that Hallowed Fountain does. Yeah, let's take this. Now we have a Lumbering Falls. Yeah, I think Lumbering Falls is the pickup. Control Magic would be good too, but... Well, are we playing green? If we take this Lumbering Falls and play one basic forest, that would give us currently 1, 2, 3, 4 green sources. The problem is that's just not really enough to escape Uro. I think I'm still going to take it in the hopes that we can get one more piece of fixing. If that Savannah comes around, that would give us 2 more green sources. Then we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the one basic is 6 green sources, and that would be pretty good. Here we have Caracas, Brazen Borrower, Force of Negation, Chart a Course. A lot of blue cards here. I think we just take the Caracas. Yeah, we have a lot of spells. We'll go with this. The only I mean, it's okay with Geist. It's pretty good with Uro because you can play it and then bounce it with the sacrifice trigger on the stack. So you can just like keep on drawing cards and gaining life and putting lands into play. And then obviously this is good interaction against a lot of decks too. Also decent with the Gideons. In particular, if it gets up to 7, you can -6 him and then bounce him to your hand and replay it and plus, and you go straight back up to 5. Dismember versus Shelldock. Oh, got to be the Shelldock. Grist is very strong as well. Sort of funny that Grist, you can't hit Grist with Narset. But yeah, let's take the Shelldock out. This text about it being a creature as long as it's not on the battlefield is so much more relevant than I thought. I've seen this come up many, many different times. It's great in Reanimator, among other things. But yeah, let's take Shelldock. So the wheel that we care about the most is definitely the Savannah. This is probably going to be a 16-land deck with 2 Moxen and a relatively low curve. The Azorius Signet may or may not end up making the cut. We have a lot of 3-drops. Yeah, we actually have a very low curve. Alright, a couple pieces of fixing that don't help us. Disenchant, Torrential Gearhulk. This seems pretty bad. Yeah, we don't have much for the Gearhulk. We could take Night of Autumn. Or just like Disenchant. But Night of Autumn is way better if we can cast it. Yeah, let's take the Night actually. I like this card. Now we have... I don't think we need Chrome Mox. I think Eternal Witness is going to be hard to cast. 2 equipment that are fine. I think I'm going to take the Batterskull here. Yeah, Batterskull actually seems decent in this deck. We can hit it off Narset. Yeah, and we need a little bit more top end, probably. Not much force here. I wish we could play the Ren in 6, but that's, I mean, in our blue-white deck, a red-green card is a little dicey. Let's just take Parallax Wave. Good sideboard card. So if the draft ended right now, we could just run this, like 8 lands plus what we currently have. None of these cards in the sideboard look amazing. I guess Intrepid Adversary could be good. It is just a 3-1 with lifelink for 2 at worst. Maybe we make this exchange. Yeah, I think I like the looks of that. Or even just play Parallax Wave. We don't have particular combos with it, but it is still just a pretty nice way to deal with a lot of blockers. Yeah, I think I like that plan. This is our current setup, and then we'll likely end up cutting this Parallax Wave if we get some other cards. Plateau doesn't help us. Knight of the Reliquary could. Yeah, actually, Night seems pretty good. We have Caracas, Shelldock, Stirring Wildwood as value lands, and Lumbering Falls. Yeah, let's take this. Parallax Wave comes out. This could be a good balance deck. We have 2 Moxen, which it's very good with. Yeah, we'll take it, but then probably not end up with it in the main deck. Ooh, Mother of Runes is actually great. Yeah, I like Mother of Runes a lot. Brain Freeze is a good sideboard card, but Mother of Runes is very strong. So what is the cut here? Could be Treasure Cruise. Ooh, Brazen Borrower. That's a great one. Maybe we cut Batterskull from the main deck. And then this is a lot of 3s. I do think Mentor is still good. Blade Splicer is probably fine. Ooh, Elspeth is very good. Maybe we cut Geist and then bring it in some matchups. Narset has some hits. Season Hellblade is another good sideboard card. We can sideboard into a pretty, like a decently aggressive white deck if we want to in some matchups. How good is Narset? We have 15 hits. That's solid. Maybe we cut the Narset though and bring it in matchups where its static ability is good. That also makes our mana look a lot better. So what happens if we run it like this? We'll sort by color. So 8 blue cards, 4 green cards that are all multicolored, and 13 white cards, so it's certainly heaviest white. But I do want to skew my mana base a little bit to accommodate this Uro. Oh, whoops. So this gives us, for blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not great. I would like to have one more. Although we don't have that many blue cards. For green, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could probably cut a forest for an island. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 white. That is a lot, but I do like that. Actually, no. Let's cut one plains for one island. Yeah, I think that's fine. Because plains, again, are pretty awkward with the Uro. All right, we'll run it like this. I think this deck is pretty sweet. We have a really good sideboard plan, too. We can bring in Narset Narset and Geist against control decks. We can bring in a bunch of cheap creatures if we need to get lower to the ground. We have Ringwing Merit to beat Storm. Batterskull against aggro. Yeah, this deck seems pretty sweet. We don't have much removal. That could be a bit of an issue. We have Banishing Light, Council's Judgment, and that's pretty much it. Brazen Borrower is sort of removal, and then GT is also sort of removal. And then Mystical Tutor can find the Council's Judgment. But hopefully we don't play against decks that are really playing to the board a lot. I guess, what do we want to be playing with this deck? The most powerful thing in our deck is... Well, given that we have Time Walk and 2 Mox, and this deck is not as good as it should be. But I do think the most powerful thing in this deck is the combo, and that is a genuinely very strong combo. Time Walk plus Soulfire Grandmaster. So, I guess our plan is to play a bunch of value creatures and make them deal with that, and then hopefully just pull off the combo before they beat us. I don't think we can outgrind decks particularly well, since our card draw is a little bit weak. Although... we do have Krasis and Treasure Cruise, so we have some. We have 3 power 2-drops in our sideboard. Alright, on the play here. Oof. A lot of mana. We have all our colors, but yeah, I mean, we gotta ship this. Okay, sweet. This hand is good. We can keep and put back... Mentor or Soulfire? Let's put back the Mentor. Yeah, we'll put back Mentor. And lead on Thraben Inspector. Always love getting to play this card on turn 1. It's a close call. Okay, given that we drew a land, let's just play Soulfire, actually. Yeah, we'll get a little aggressive up in here. If we're playing against a blue deck, then just having creatures on the board is pretty nice. If they went, like, Mountain Go, then I might hold this and try and just use it to combo. But in this case, I think it's better to get some pressure down. Okay, we can kill that with a Knight. They can play a 3-drop first, though. Oh, Tinker? Dang it. Hopefully they play something the Knight of Autumn can kill. Sundering Titan would probably just win. Inkwell Leviathan would also probably just win. Mirror Battlesphere is one of the best case scenarios for us. So we can blow that up, and then the Soulfire can hold back their tokens. This does mean we're not attacking now. Like we're sort of playing on defense, which isn't the role we want to be in this matchup, but given the fact that they played Tinker on turn 2, this is going surprisingly well. Nice, we can just put 2 mana lands into play this turn. Uro is not looking great though, we have no cards in the graveyard. If we were close to having 5 cards in the graveyard, I might just send in this Knight of Autumn to fill the yard, but I don't think that's worth it here. Boros Signet, that's fine. Looks like we're playing against mono blue artifacts. Well, oh, yeah, wait, yeah, that is just game if they don't have a counterspell. Do we go for it? I think so. Yeah, I'm just going to go for it. If they have an answer, they have an answer. Okay. I mean, we would have, like, that was an infinite combo, but we at least we got a 2-for-1 out of the deal, so it's not terrible. Now we can just pass back, I guess. It's a little annoying that exiles. It makes it very hard to get this Uro going. We can start attacking with the manland soon. Ooh, good draw. Draw a card. Hydroid Krasis, another good draw. Get the Mother of Runes down and pass. And now we can start attacking and... Oh, wait, Mother of Runes doesn't give protection from colorless. Oh, they're playing black. Interesting. Let's just play a huge Krasis here. We already have double green, double blue, enough white. I guess I'll get more blue. So we draw 2. Brainstorm Gideon, okay. Still not really interested in trading off with these mirrors. Our opponent's flooding a bit over there. Alright, so we'll brainstorm, see what we hit. Okay. So we could play Gideon and hold up Brazen Borrower. Yeah, that seems fine. So we'll do this, then this, play land, play Gideon, and give Soulfire Grandmaster indestructible, and then we can attack for 7. Academy Ruins, so they can start recurring their Mirror Battlesphere. I think I'm just going to play this as a 3-power flyer. Okay, there we go. So playing against... Unclear if they have white or black cards, but they're a base blue Tinker deck. They could be playing like Golos or something. Alright. So we might want to get a little bit more aggressive here. Definitely don't want balance. Loyal Warhound on the draw is good. GT is probably not amazing in this matchup. Geist is good. I think I like Narset because the static ability is going to be strong here. What do we not want? Mother of Runes seems sort of bad, actually. It's not good against artifacts, and they're not playing a lot of spot removal, probably. We could just bring in, like, these guys just to establish some pressure. They're a little bit awkward against Mirror Battlesphere. Let's see, what cards do we not want? I like this. Treasure Cruise is maybe not great, but it is nice to be able to Mystical Tutor for that. Maybe it's Mentor. But no, they can't kill it. That makes this card better. I'm just going to cut Blade Splicer, I think. It's fine, but I think it's just like not as impactful as our other cards. Okay, great hand. We'll keep this. We can grab... If we get a white source with a Vista, then we don't have double blue for Narset. And I kind of want to play Narset on turn 2. Ooh, that's a scary start. Jeez. Okay, given that we drew white... I'm just going to get a Plains here, I think. Yeah, let's get Plains and play turn 1 Urza. Okay. It's a little bit unfortunate. So we could play Thraben Inspector and crack a clue, or just not crack the clue and get the tap land into play. Is there any point in playing Mystical Tutor? Not really. Getting time... Well, I mean, yeah, no. We just want to get Time Walk eventually with this. So... Alright, yeah, we'll just play that Lumberg Falls tapped. Because this way we can play Narset next turn, which can help dig us through our deck and also, like, stall. It'll just mean that they can't... That they'll have to, like, attack the Narset instead of us for a turn. Six mana for Wormcoil. Okay, we can beat that with our combo. Elspeth was a bad draw, so we'll go land, Narset. Like all we wanted to hit is lands here. Unfortunately, I guess we could hit a Mox, Banishing Light or Treasure Cruise. Let's take Banishing Light. Pass back. If they attack everything in Narset, we'll just let the Narset die. If they send just a Wormcoil, I'll happily chump. Okay, everything in Narset, so yeah, she is dead. There's a Time Walk. So we just need to hit 2 more lands, including 1 blue source. So let's start by cracking a clue. Hopefully drawing a white source, but any land would be good. Okay, nice. Now we could play... let's just Banishing Light to take out the Wormcoil or the Urza. Okay, looks like they have a counterspell. Hardcast Force. They have Force of Will and Force of Negation. So if we draw an island, we could just have the combo. Is there any value in attacking here? Yep. I don't think we're going to be chump blocking. Well, actually, no. We can chump block the Wormcoil. So I'll just swing for 2 just to gain 2. Because we're not going to be blocking with that for sure. And now we just need to hope to find a blue source. They're spinning Urza here, I think. Island, sure. So let's just draw it here. We could also, I mean, if we don't draw it, we can still just play. I think we're taking 9 here and then using the Thraben Inspector to protect our Planeswalkers if we don't draw the island. Mox Pearl, okay. So let's go. I think I'm going to play the Mox Pearl. And then 4 mana Elspeth. Swing for 2 and pass. Come on, blue source. A red source would also do it, but we do not have any. That's sort of funny. I didn't think about that, but like a Plateau actually would be decently better than a Plains in this deck for that reason. So hopefully they're just spinning the Urza again and they didn't top deck something good. Ooh, Tinker. Okay, well, if it's a Mer Battlesphere, we have some time. Is there any value in playing Mystical? Oh, Mindslaver. Oh, no. That is annoying. Alright, Irresponsible Mystical Tutor. Let's just grab Treasure Cruise. And now they can kill off all of our guys. Yeah, they can kill our Soulfire Grandmaster. I think that's probably going to be enough to kill us. Although maybe not. They don't actually have that much on the board. We just need to find some answers. Like, so they'll probably not play. They'll probably just animate Lumbering Falls and then attack with Lumbering Falls and Soulfire Grandmaster and the Soldier. So the Infinite combo is offline, but we do have Time Walk still, which is just a good card. Weird to attack with everything there. I guess they want to be able to... Oh, no, that does make sense, because they want to be able to kill the Elspeth on the crackback. Mindslaver is pretty good. The pointless tapping of my planes when they're 100% sure that I can't use it. Nice. Spinning the Urza, Seagate Stormcaller, okay. We could delve, we could play Treasure Cruise with max delve, but that would make a potential Uro off the top a lot worse. Oh, geez. Okay, well, that is lethal. The opponent also has Time Walk. Their deck is pretty good. Honestly, their deck is better than ours. They have very good interaction. Do we want to bring in some of these things? They're very bad against Urza. Don't need the Loyal Warhound. Man, there's like a couple turns where we were just top decking an island away from winning, but then we couldn't hit it. That kind of makes me want to play another land, but I don't want to overcorrect. Hmm. All right, I'm just going to bring in Intrepid Adversary, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. On the play. There's the Intrepid Adversary. I think this is a keep. We don't have green mana, but that's fine. We can go turn 2 Adversary, turn 3 Geist, which is a pretty aggressive start. If we had a Mox, this would be an incredible hand. But we are still swinging for 9 on turn 4. And we can use Karakas to save our Geist if they play a blocker. Opponent's down to 5. Tapped land, your turn. Don't love drawing a land, but if we're going to draw a land, at least I want it to be a green one. We can decide if we want to play the Knight of the Reliquary next turn or play Geist. I'm leaning towards Geist, though. There's the Mox. Yeah, let's play the Geist. I'm going to play it like this so we can use Karakas to save the Geist if they do something weird. Force of Will, pinching Inkwell Leviathan, okay. Brutal. We'll swing for 3 and then play the Knight. Knight of the Reliquary is actually surprisingly bad here because, well, I mean, it's still fine. It's fine. But we only have 2 lands that we can sacrifice. You can only sacrifice forests and plains with this. And that does not include most of our lands. Okay. I think I just want to make a bigger Hydroid Krasis. So we'll go land, sacrifice this, grab Prismatic Vista. Actually, let's just get Shelldock Isle. Either way, we're going to be drawing 2 cards. Yeah, I think it's better to just get Shelldock. We can grab Elspeth. Actually, some consideration for Knight of Autumn, honestly, but I think it's still good to do this like this. Remand was a great draw. So I think they're just dead next turn. Yeah, we have exactly lethal next turn. So they need to do something pretty drastic. Emery is not going to cut it. I mean, it'll mean they don't die, but they're going to have to chump block with it. So, yeah, let's just attack with everything. Yeah, we can give this indestructible and then attack with everything. They have to chump block. Okay, they just concede. They were on a mold of 5, keep in mind that game, so that explains a little bit of why their draw was somewhat anemic. This deck seems pretty good. I mean, that is probably a decent matchup since they're not really exploiting our deck's lack of creature removal very much. But yeah, I mean, this deck seems pretty sweet. Time Walk is very, very good here. And we have a nice mana base. I didn't actually fully appreciate how good Knight of Autumn or Knight of the Reliquary was at first. Like this being able to get like a Shelldock Isle, Caracas, Manlands, and also just fetches to fill the graveyard and power it up. It's pretty sweet. I really wish this deck had more cantrips. That's probably the greatest thing that it's missing. Brainstorm is a very good one. This is a good Brainstorm deck. But if we also had like Preordained, that would be really nice. Do we win the die roll? We do not. Shmij is on the play. Alright, this is a keepable hand. Got a couple Manlands. Got Mother of Runes into Brazen Borrower. We have all our colors. And we even have double green / double blue, so Uro is not going to be a problem if we draw it. Don't have a 1-drop. Just basic forest pass. Nice. We'll drop the Mother Runes, and now since we're playing against a subscriber, he or she will probably assume we're playing mono white based on this start, understandably, but little do they suspect. Oh, okay. Well, that can kill the Mother of Runes. A little unfortunate. Now we have a tough call. Do we want to shock and hold up Brazen Borrower? Oh, man, another land. I think I'm just going to get Lumbering Falls into play. We're only playing 16 lands, so hopefully we can stop drawing them soon. We got 10 left in the deck out of 31 cards. Wall of Roots. We could bounce the Wall of Roots. It depends. If they play another card, I don't think I'll bounce the Wall of Roots, but if they do nothing, then I probably will. Okay, there is another play. Hopefully it's not something like Channel. A green sense for 1, okay. If they get Drug, a Tree Speaker, then that's sort of sweet. We can bounce the... Oh, Hex Drinker, okay. That's also pretty good for us, I think. Well, actually, that could be a problem. But we do get to, like... They're probably going to sink 3 mana into this, and then we can bounce it in response. This is hilarious. Okay, so playing Garrick, that's a little unfortunate. Okay, untapping lands, yeah, we're probably going to lose this game. I think green is a tough matchup. If we can assemble the combo, that would be good. All right, bounce this in response. And now, do we want to play the 3-1 or play Knight of Autumn? I think I'd rather play the Flyer. We could also animate and attack. No, that's bad. Yeah, let's just play the Brazen Borrower. So we'll shock and pass turn. If we're going to win this game, it's going to be because Gideon Jur is really good, and we draw a Time Walk, probably. Well, I guess they don't have that many cards in hand. There's a Hex Drinker. Yeah, we're still pretty behind. A lot of mana over there. They get the land value. Wall of Blossoms on top. Okay, looks like they're playing opposition. That's my guess if they're playing Wall of Blossoms and just like blue cards in their green deck. Polukranos. Okay, we have Caracas to deal with that. The question is, do we want to use Caracas this turn? If we let them on top with the Polukranos, they'll kill our Brazen Borrower, which I don't really want to allow. So I think we're going to Caracas that now. I will start with a Brainstorm, in case we draw something that changes our decision. Mystical Tutor can find Time Walk. I think we're still just going to use the Caracas this turn. We can go Caracas. Then do we just play Knight of Autumn as a 4-3? I think we do. So let's put these two back. Go Caracas. Bounce your Polukranos. Play Knight of Autumn. I just want to get some stuff on the board. Then hit the Garrick for 3. Problem is they can play Polukranos and then immediately Monstrous him to kill the Brazen Borrower. But if they spend their entire turn doing that, that's not that bad. We can just bounce it again, attack, they have to chump block, and then play Gideon or something. They get more value off of this Courser. Yeah, this is definitely a tough matchup. Oh my gosh! Ha! This is a terrible play. Our opponent's totally right. We absolutely should have killed the Courser. Yeah, that was quite bad. Okay, they're going for the Hex Drinker play. Makes sense. They can make it pretty beefy, and we don't have any ways to kill it after it gets up another. The Gideon Minus can kill it when it's not to level 8 yet, but it's already up to level 6. So I think we're probably just gonna. Oh, they're untapping, so they immediately get to get Hex Drinker all the way up. Now our only way to win is by getting the Time Walk combo, which we're sort of close to doing. We do need another blue source. All right, let's definitely kill the Garrick to start. And I guess just play Hydro Crisis as a 4/4. The 2 points of life gain are pretty nice because it means that we don't just die to a couple Hex Drinker attacks. Now it takes 4. Okay, so, Time Spiral on top. That's interesting. We could just go for Mystical Tutor Time Warp now. But I think we just lose if we do that. They might just play Time Spiral. Okay, let's see what we draw. There's the Time Walk. We don't have the Soulfire Grandmaster at the moment, though. We couldn't win this turn if we top deck Soulfire Grandmaster, but we could the turn after. We do have the triple blue now. Ooh, Walking Blister for 3. That breaks up the Soulfire combo. They can kill the Brazen Borrower. We can Banishing Light the Walking Ballista, but that's a little bit annoying. Alright, take 6. Oh, that also takes a turn off their clock. Well, alright, let's play Mentor and then play Banishing Light, and I'm okay with them killing the Mentor. Yeah, I think that's probably better for us because it means that we get to survive their attack. So we'll go Plains, Vanishing Light. Oh, want to make sure we tap correctly. So if they want to kill the Mentor in response, then we get to Vanishing Light their Courser. Or they could just let this resolve and then they won't be able to kill the Mentor. Alright, sweet. That works out well. Target this. Okay, killing the Monk. I think they would probably be better off just hitting us there twice. So, do we have any hope of ever winning via a long game? Like, other than the combo, basically. Maybe, I guess it is probably worth it to attack for 8 here. Yeah, we'll do this. I can just chump block the Courser with the Thraben Inspector. Man, this Courser is really getting them some good value. There's a lot of things we die to here. I mean, if they play opposition, we probably can't win. If they play Craterhoof, they just win on the spot. Avenger Zendikar, okay. Then they can play the Windswept Heath. So I think we just need to top deck this turn. Yeah, and we can't even crack the clue. We're 1 mana short of being able to pull that off. Oh, or 2 mana short of it. So we play Soulfire for 2, use the ability for 4, play Time Walk for 2. So yeah, we have exactly enough mana to win if we top deck exactly Soulfire Grandmaster on this turn. Mox Emerald. Let's crack the clue in case there's something I'm not thinking of. Mystical Tutor. We can Mystical Tutor for like Treasure Cruise and play Time Walk, and then draw the Treasure Cruise. But that's not enough. Jite wouldn't do it. We could get Council's Judgment, but we're still going to die to these things. We can hit them for 8 in the air, but that's not enough. I'm just going to play the Mystical Tutor, and I guess, oh yeah, we do get some Monk things. If we could take a 3rd turn in a row, I think we could win. But with just 2, it's probably not going to be possible. Oh, we actually have an answer to the Hex Drinker. That's sort of fun. Council's Judgment does take care of that. So let's get this. Play land, Mox. And then play the Time Walk. And I guess just swing in the air. Then we'll untap, draw this thing, and we can play it and exile. We'll see if they crack their fetch land in response. They probably should. Okay, yeah, good play by the opponent. So now I think we actually just get the Hex Drinker. We can swing for 8 again, or for 4 in the air again, and then I guess just pass. But the problem is, I don't think we have any outs that we're drawing towards. I mean, I guess like if we had to wait. Oh, Elspeth, that's our out. If we can survive this attack and top deck Elspeth, Knight Errant, then we can give one of our man lands or one of our other things flying and survive. Okay, they do have yet another land. Library of Alexandria is a good land. Their deck looks pretty sweet. We definitely can't beat them playing another thing. Let's see. We need to chump block a lot of things, but we can chump block with like these 5 on the Avenger and 4 of these tokens. Then that would still be getting hit for 9. So we need to chump block also with the Mentor. But yeah, we still have a live draw. I'm pretty sure that is it, just the one Elspeth, but that's okay. I mean, it's improbable that we'll win, but it means we have a chance. Oh, ha, I totally forgot that this Wall of Blossoms is now a 3/7, and their Wall of Roots is sort of beefy. Okay, so let's animate the Stirring Wildwood for sure. Go to blocks, and we'll go Knight of Autumn here. Stirring Wildwood on one of the tokens. Chump the Avenger. Chump. 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 Now the only other decision here is we could also chump block one of the other plants, and then we could crack the fetch land to increase our chances from 1 in 20 to 1 in 19, which I think is just worth it. Because I don't think there's like they still have 6 cards. Like I don't think there's any way we can win otherwise, and like we're not going to be able to get in for it with attacks on the ground either way. Well, if they have literally nothing, we could animate both manlands and attack and potentially get in on the ground. Do we have enough mana to do that? 4 to animate this one, 3 to animate that one. Yeah, we do. And then they would block. They would block the 4/3 and a 3/3, and we would get in for 6 damage or 7 damage, which is still not lethal. Oh wait, we'd also be attacking with this. Oh, that would actually be lethal. Yeah, they block 4 and 3, and then they take exactly 9. So if they have no plays in their 6 cards, then we could win exactly. I think it's more likely that we I think this is better than taking the 1 draw out of our deck. We'll go to 1. Let's see. Do we want to... Yeah, we can't fetch now. Oh, Scavenging Ooze. Okay, that... I think Scavenging Ooze means that we lose now. They can gain 4 life. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to 13, and then even if we top deck the Elspeth, we probably don't have enough anymore. Gideon Blackblade. I don't think that does it. We can definitely not survive another attack. Okay, yeah, they got us. Tight game 1. We were sort of losing the whole game, but we were able to have live draws at a few various points, but could not quite pull it off. So hopefully we can win games 2 and 3. We don't have great sideboard options against this matchup. I think we bring in Parallax Wave. We could bring in Balance. Actually, yeah, Balance seems like it could be pretty good here. I like the GT a lot. Narset's good against Time Spiral, but that's pretty much it. Gideon Blackblade is maybe not amazing. We really want to have flyers here. Okay, let's bring in the Parallax Wave, cut Gideon, and Blade Splicer. Yeah, I think I like this. We'll run it as such. And then hopefully we can win this one and bring in the Loyal Warhound on the draw. Okay, decent hand. I think I'm just going to play Time Walk on turn 2 here instead of going for the combo. And then we can play Knight of the Reliquary. Although, actually, Knight of the Reliquary has no lands that it can sacrifice right now. That's a little awkward. Yeah, if we don't draw a land we could play, then I think I will just... Like, if we don't draw a land, we can sacrifice. Oh, no. Well, we do have Balance, actually. Balance is pretty good against that. Yeah, let's just go for the Time Walk play, then. So we'll go... What do we want to get with this land? Do we just get Hallowed Fountain? Or do we want to get... No, we need to get a green source because we're going to... Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. We can get... Oh, we can't get a green source. Okay, so just Hallowed Fountain. We're just going to be sacrificing this land. So... Oh, no, we do need to get Hallowed Fountain because we're playing Time Warp this turn. Okay, sure. Doesn't really matter. Time Walk. Go back to our turn. And we'll play Knight of the Reliquary. Ooh. Still playing Knight of the Reliquary, though. So we can cancel Judgment, their play, and hold up Remand. That seems pretty good. Caracas, okay, so let's go Island, Council's Judgment. And then we can crack the Hallowed... Oh, they didn't draw a card with Library there. That was probably a mistake. We can remand this play. Balance is a little bit awkward. Like, it would take out a lot of the cards in their hand, but it would not do... like, we're way ahead on board. This balance could have been a Narset or a Geist, or like a Gideon, or... Yeah, honestly, almost all these things that it could have been would be better here. So they should draw a card now. Unless they're playing a 3-drop. Okay, yep, good play by the opponent. Remand is very strong here because they're going to have to go to discard. Sack Hallowed Fountain. Grab Prismatic Vista. Sack Prismatic Vista. Grab a basic Plains. Because we're going to be sacking this basic Plains. I want to forest more, but this whatever land we get here will be dying soon. Remand this. Knight of Autumn. Solid draw. Gideon. Great draw. Do we want to hit for 5 or use Knight again? Let's see. We could get Shelldock Isle, which would be pretty good. But I do like pressuring their life total. Yeah, I think it's better to just play Gideon here. And attack for 5. Now, they can play the Wall of Roots if they want, but we can attack through it. We also might just play Balance soon. It does mean we sacrifice a bunch of lands, but that doesn't matter that much. Like, we could just try and win with the board, basically. Oh, they missed a land drop last turn. Whoa. Oh, no. I don't think they missed... Yeah, we took an extra turn. That's why it says it's turn 5. Lodestone Golem. That dies to Knight of Autumn. So let's just play that. Forest. Knight of Autumn. And then hit you for 11. Alright, sweet. That one went a little bit more according to plan. Do we want the balance? It is good against Library. It's worse when we're on the draw. But I think it's worth it. Yeah, I think we do want this. We can bring in Signet because of the combo with Balance and Loyal Warhound because we're on the draw. And cut... I'm not quite sure what to cut here. Definitely not one of the Moxen. I like the Mana Tithe. I like Mother of Runes. I like Raven Inspector, Brainstorm. Mystical Tutor we could cut, but it's good with Balance. I think I like the GT. I do want Loyal Warhound. I definitely need the Soulfire combo. Banishing Light's good. We could cut Mentor, but I think it's worth it to keep this. Knight of Autumn seems good. Knight of the Reliquary seems good. Brazen Borrower is a flyer. We could cut Parallax Wave. Maybe we'll cut Treasure Cruise. I think I like Hydroid Crisis still, though. Knight or Elspeth gives flying. Gideon is good against creatures. What is the last cut? It could just be Balance. They do have a lot of Planeswalkers, and Balance isn't good against Planeswalkers. Okay, I'm going to cut the Balance. Or do we just cut Signet? No, I'll cut Signet and keep the Balance. Yeah, because we were playing Signet because of the synergy with Balance. So if we're cutting the Balance, Signet would be sort of bad. But Balance is still playable even without the Signet. All right, pretty good hand. We'll keep this. We have all our colors. We have... Wait, we can curve out well. Oh, I'll pop my face on up here. Windswept Heath go. All right. Very happy to see no one drop over there. Wall of Blossoms, or Wall of Roots. Oh no, it looks like Green Suns. Bird to Paradise. Okay, I think we just want to bounce that. Yeah, that seems like that's got to be the right play. Petty Theft to bounce your bird, and we'll attack for 1. And now we can play Knight of the Reliquary into turn 4 Gideon. Okay, in this case, I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. We're just going to blow that up. So, land, Knight of Autumn. And we'll hit for 1. Swing for 1 and pass back. So we've done a good job of neutralizing their board, but we're not really like advancing our own board that much. Like we only have 3 power, and we cannot play Gideon this turn. Parallax Wave, that's a great draw. So let's play the Knight, get the Lumbering Falls into play tapped, and then pass back. But then now we can sort of start going off because we can play the Gideon and then Parallax Wave take out all their blockers and win in 2 swings, hopefully. Don't like that they have a Mox. That gives them 7 mana. They can play Avenger of Zendikar. Nissa, okay. Parallax Wave is pretty good against that. If we draw a fetch land, that would be amazing, because then we would have 6 power and we could kill the Nissa. Oh, they only have 1 card. That's good. Mother of Runes. Okay, I think we just play Parallax Wave, hit Nissa down to 1. Or do we just attack them? We hit them for 5. They go to 9. We play Mother of Runes. And then the next turn, we can animate Lumbering Falls and hit for 1, 2, 5, 8, 9. Yeah, so that would be exactly lethal in 2 turns. They only have 1 card. Yeah, I think that's the play. I guess it does the same amount of damage, though, to just use Knight of the Reliquary to get a land. So maybe we do that instead then. So let's cast this. Take out both of the blockers. Attack them for 3. Drop the Mom into play and pass turn. It doesn't really matter, but the Knight does also hold back their forest. Although I guess we're planning on just exiling the forest anyways. Okay, they're getting double blue from this. Hopefully they don't have Upheaval. Actually, Upheaval would not be that bad. Because we could Parallax Wave to exile 3 of our own creatures and then start with all of them in play. Okay, they play Time Spiral. Let's exile their island in response. So they only get to untap 3 lands. Then this happens. Nice, we actually... oh, wait, do we have another... Oh, yeah, I think we do have 1 more plane, so we can play Mana Tithe. They have a lot of mana, because each of those forests taps for 2. So they have 11 mana, all green. But we can deal with a creature. Okay, they play Garrick. That's fine. They can untap 2 lands, so that's mana neutral. Or they can make a blocker, but we can remove the blocker with a Parallax Wave. 9 mana, 11 mana, jeez. Hopefully they tap out. I can't imagine what they'd be tapping out for, but like maybe some X-Spell. But even like that wouldn't be a Walking Ballista because that's an odd number. Biogenic Ooze, okay. So we don't have lethal anymore. I think I'm just going to Manatide this because I can't imagine Manatide getting better. So we'll grab Flooded Strand, crack it for Plains, and Tithe. So we can kill their Ooze token. Are they just making another Ooze token? Man, it's a bummer that their last card was a Time Spiral. That's pretty good for them here. Although it's still not terrible. We can kill their Garruk with Mother of Runes and like now we're going at their resources again, not their life total. Okay, let's just take out these 2 lands or these 2 Oozes end of turn. Then they're gonna get back 2 lands and a Birds of Paradise. So what do we want to Banishing Light here? I think we just take out the Nissa. Because that's what gives them so much mana. Although I guess they already have a lot of mana. Okay, we have 7 mana, including the Knight, if we want to tap the Knight. We could play Elspeth. They have a flyer. That is pretty annoying. I think we just kill both of their Planeswalkers. So we can give the Knight protection from green, kill Garruk, play Banishing Light, and then we have 3 mana left over to hold up Remand, or hold up Brazen Borrower. Yeah, that's perfect. So we'll go land, 1, 2, 3, Banishing Light the Nissa. Give this protection from green to kill the Garruk. And then we'll pass. They can level up the Hex Drinker all the way, but we can win that race. We also have Gideon, which is pretty good against their board in general and their deck in general. They have 8 mana, 9 mana, so if they play a big spell, we can remand it. If they level up Hexdrinker all the way, I think we beat that. They could make 2 Ooze tokens with the Biogenic Ooze, but I think we could beat that with Flyers and with protection from green. Hopefully they're just making an Ooze here. Well, I think we do remand this. I don't love it, but I think it's worth it. We could, yeah. There's just no point in playing Brazen Borrower into that. So, remand. That's a very unfortunate card, though. I think that's one of the cards that we probably can't beat. We could maybe beat it, I guess, with our Planeswalkers, but it's going to be tough. They just play it again as a 2/2. Immediately shoot the Mother of Runes. We can play a really big Hydroid Crisis, I guess. That's a win condition. Down to 1 card in hand. Brainstorm. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So we could just play 6/6 Krasis. Yeah, I think that's the play. So we will do this, grab Prismatic Vista. Yeah, Caracas doesn't do anything. Crack this, grab an island, play land, and play a huge dude. This is a 2-turn clock, and it's actually sort of sweet. They can block with the Birds of Paradise, but then it has Trample, so that would still be exactly 11 damage over the course of 2 swings. You also get to draw 3 cards. There's a balance. That's sort of funny. Yeah, we'll just pass. So it's going to come down to the top of their deck. Can they top deck things that beat us? But even if they can deal with a Krasis, we have such a good hand. Like, Gideon and Elspeth could win. Hex Drinker isn't that scary. Like, they have good mana sinks. Hex Drinker, Biogenic Ooze, and Walking Ballista are all very good mana sinks, which is the sign of a well-made deck. I know our opponent made this deck while they're drunk, but this is like a really good build in my opinion because, like, green decks can have just like all ramp and then top end, but then if you don't draw the right ratio of things, that can be a little bit bad. But all of these cards, you don't need, like, you can play them even if you don't have 8 mana. But if you do have 8 mana, they completely win the game, and you can play them early and then still use their abilities late. So I think their deck seems very strong in terms of utilizing their mana ramp well. So if they level up their Hex Drinker all the way and hit us for 6... Whoa. Okay, so they're willing to trade their Ballista and their Biogenic Ooze or their Hex Drinker for this Hydroid Krasis. I think I'm actually fine with this. Yeah, I think I'm just going to make this block. And then if they want to, like, do this thing, they're using all of their mana for that. And then we can play Gideon and Minus to kill their Biogenic Ooze. Yeah, that seems totally fine. I'm not saying this was a bad plan by the opponent, but our hand happens to line up pretty well against it because they're really relying on this Biogenic Ooze, and we're going to be able to kill that with extra value. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, potentially 8 mana, so we can play Uro plus Gideon. Oh, well, that is pretty good. I think that just wins. Actually, it definitely just wins. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Elspeth. Give our beefy creature flying. Attack with everything. They can trade. Okay, oh, right, they can chump block here, but this is still fine. They take 3. Time Walk is a very good card. They have a play? Oh, I guess just floating mana, sure. Now we go, do we want to be, like, really precise with this? I think this should just be lethal no matter what they have, but I will play technically correctly, which is to play Brainstorm, put back something that we want to use the Shell Lock on. So we'll put back Gideon and then a land. Then we play Time Walk. I mean, they'll probably just concede to this Time Walk. That is game, but we can also play the Shell Dock. Grab that Gideon. There's the Soulfire, but we don't need it here. GG's opponent. Alright, really cool opponent. I like this person a lot. Hopefully you get to see this video in a few days and enjoy it. And we will enjoy our 2-0 record. Let's get that trophy. We've been just sneaking by with a couple 2-1s, but getting the job done. I used to be really confused at these times. Like, it's like, we didn't spend 3 minutes on this game, but this is the amount of time that we spend. So it's not counting sideboarding time or the time that the opponent spends. I'm like 99% sure that's how that works. So 3, 6, and 7, and that one 8, 10, and 16. Oh, well, actually, no. Because that would mean 34 here, which is more time than we have. So I guess it is total time, and this just happened to actually be a 3-minute game. If we win, we'll be right here. Just visible. I didn't play it all yesterday, and this is the only league I'm playing today. So I lost a little bit of ground, but I still fully intend to be the trophy leader. Nice. We are on the play for the finals against General Atlas. And this hand is good. We're a little bit light on lands, but we can go turn 1 Mother of Runes, and then turn 2 tapped land holding up Mana Tithe. There's some decks that just lose to Mother of Runes. So I guess hopefully this is one of those matchups. Mana Vault. Don't love that. Alright, this Mystical Tutor is officially looking terrible now. I'm going to attack for 1 here. There's a world where we regret this, but if they are mono green, then we don't need, like, they're not going to have removal. And we can Mana Tithe some removal spells also. Like, if they just go Swamp, Fatal Push, that would be bad. But I don't think that's very likely. And the damage can really matter, especially in this deck where we're trying to, like, nickel and dime them, like, have a Brazen Borrower in play and then play Time Walk and, like, chip in some damage that way. Maybe they take some damage off the Mana Vault. I wasn't expecting Flooded Strand. That makes the attack with the Mother of Runes seem a little worse. Oh, sweet. We can Mana Tithe this, and if they want to pay the 1, then they have to tap their Mana Vault. They just let it resolve, okay. Well, not drawing a land there was obviously bad. Do we just fire off the worst Time Walk ever? I don't think so. I think I'm going to wait until we can get, have Monastery Mentor in play, ideally. So if they tap out for a 5-drop, hopefully, there's a lot of 5, like if they could just go like Forest Elder Gargaroth or something, and then Brazen Borrower would be very good against that. They might also fear a counterspell. We don't have one, but they don't know that. If they don't play anything, do we want to use this Mystical Tutor? We could get Brainstorm, which is not a great play, but it could still be correct. I don't think so, though. We just really want to have 3 mana. Tireless Tracker. Okay. We can bounce that. Come on, deck. Give me the land. Brutal. Okay, I actually think we do need to just Time Walk now. It's really not good, but, like, we can't fall too far behind. This is, like, literally just a cantrip now. So that sucks, but all right, there. We finally hit our land. It's not even an untapped one, unfortunately, but better than nothing, I guess. They can go Tireless Tracker into land. Yep. And it's a fetch land, too. All right. Unfortunate. Scalding Tarn is a weird land for them to be playing in their green-white deck. So we just untap. Draw Blade Splicer. I think we want to get the Knight down. They're playing red, too. Okay. So that may mean Omnath. Their deck looks pretty sweet, which I guess makes sense since we're in the undefeated bracket. We could have won if we had drawn... Oh, they're using their Mana Vault to crack clues. Interesting. I think if we'd hit our 3rd land drop on turn 3, we would have won this game fairly easily. But we did not. Do we have any good sideboard options here? I guess we could bring in Parallax Wave. Potentially balance. Interesting. Okay, I'll do this. If they have a burn spell, they have a burn spell. That's not ideal, but then at least they're using that and not advancing their board. And 5 damage is a decent amount. Teferi to bounce the Mother of Runes, okay. Oh, bouncing the Knight, interesting. Do they have a land? They do. Okay, yeah, I think we're just going to die here. We can kill their Teferi. Do we draw the land? Okay, that's good. Attack Teferi. And then do we want to replay the Knight or play... I think I'm actually going to play Mentor here and then play end of turn Mystical Tutor, probably to get Council's Judgment, but then potentially Brainstorm. Force of Will. Okay. Their deck is spicy. I really, really like our opponent's deck. Oh, they pitched Omnath, so yeah, they are playing Omnath. No real surprise there. They are down to 11, so we could potentially just like cheese some points of damage to win. I don't think we're going to be able to outcard advantage them, though. This Tireless Tracker is giving them way too much value for that. Animating Raging Ravine. Okay, that's a line we could potentially beat. Now, if we draw land, we can play Gideon, kill their Tireless Tracker, and then block with Mother of Runes to keep our Gideon around. We have to draw land, though. I think I'm just going to concede if we don't draw land, but if we draw land... I'm not going to say we're ahead, but we're very close. Land. Brutal. That is the card we were going to Mystical Tutor for. That's sort of funny. Okay, let's put back Mystical Tutor for sure, and then I think Forest. And then we can play Blade Splicer to create some blockers and pass. Man, Gideon would have been so good that turn. We are only playing 16 lands, but we do have 2 Moxen, so it is like we're playing 18. They have a lot of man lands over there. Primeval Titan, okay. What? They have 5 man lands in play. That's insane. Okay, we can hit them for 6. Or for 3. And then play Gideon. I guess that's what we do. Uh-oh. The lag commences. Let's see, our out is drawing Elspeth. Yeah, that would actually be exactly lethal. Because we could give the Blade Splicer flying. Or no, we're chump blocking the Blade Splicer potentially, though. Yeah, Elspeth might be an out. It depends on exactly what they do. But we definitely want to play Gideon this turn. Plus on them. Give this guy protection from green and hit them for 3. They might need to untap the Mana Vault. Which would mean that they don't have as much mana for Cracking Clues or Animating Manlands. They didn't. They just go to... Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. So they take 1. They're down to 6. So now Elspeth is definitely lethal. Or no, I guess they could just make flying blockers. Or reach blockers. Hopefully they're just animating a land here. Or cracking clues. Fractured identity on Gideon. Okay, fair enough. I mean, unfair, but we can't beat that. Their deck is just so much better than ours. Fractured identity, Teferi, Force, Primetime, an amazing mana base. This is going to be tough. Do we want to bring in Parallax Wave? It doesn't seem very good against their deck, the more that I've seen of it. I think we do want Geist. Don't think we want Balance. Maybe we just bring in Geist and cut Treasure Cruise and just try and be a little bit more proactive. I don't think any of these other cards... I mean, like, Intrepid Adversary could be good. Maybe that card should just be in the main deck, actually. It is pretty strong. If we bring that in, what else are we cutting, though? Maybe Blade Splicer? Sure. We'll run it like this. Oh, wait. Oh, I accidentally cut the Hydroid Krasis. Okay. We definitely want the Krasis. Hopefully we can hit our third land drop this game. On the play. No white mana, but I think this hand is still a keep. I'm going to play Lumbering Falls on turn 1, so we can potentially set up the Shell Dock with a Brainstorm, or at least just have more information about what we want. In general, when you have two cards that are equivalent, or that, like, you're sequencing two cards, and one has you make a decision and one doesn't, you want to do the one that makes the decision later, so you have more information. Play Lumbering Falls tapped and pass turn, and then we can hold up Remand on turn 2. Jeez. A little bit of lag there. Okay, sweet. Opponent passes back. I think it is... Ooh, good draw. We'll play Plains and pass. Remanded Brazen Borrower or Petty Theft are sort of similar. They both have, like, 2 mana to essentially bounce a spell. And then, like, replace themselves. This replaces itself by giving you 3-1. This replaces itself by actually drawing a card. Okay, I'm just going to bounce that with Petty Theft. Man, I'd love to draw another white source. Ooh, pushing 3 non-white sources to the bottom is good. This is not a great hit, though. Probably Gideon. Or Knight. Actually, I'll take the Knight. They both come in as 4-power creatures out of nowhere, but this has a little bit of added flexibility. Alright, we'll remand, and if we can find a white source and play Elspeth on an empty board, that would be pretty good. Oof. It's a white source, but not the white source I had in mind. We can play Stirring Wildwood and Brazen Borrower, though, which is also a pretty good turn. Okay, there's the plane. So let's just play Elspeth then. If they have Spell Pierce, I'll cry. We'll make a 1-1, pass turn. Hopefully they just play the Sylvan Library again. If they play Omnath, I think I will just Council Judgment. And then probably our plan is to play Hydroid Krasis on turn 6 to draw 2. But we'll see what they do. Do we want to attack for 4 or make another 1-1? I'm kind of leaning towards attacking for 4 because I think this is going to be a game about pushing damage, not outgrinding. Loyal Warhound. Okay, that's a little annoying. Against that, I am just going to make a 1-1. Actually, is that even true? Hit them for 4, play Brazen Borrower, or they attack our... Actually, yeah. I think it's better to just make another 1-1 to defend the Elspeth. And then after that, we'll start giving flying. We could play Hydroid Krasis for 3, but I think it's better to just play the Brazen Borrower here and get the tap land down. So hit for 1, pass turn. And it'll be interesting to see how aggressive they are with their Sylvan Library life total. We're not pressuring them that much. They're still at 19. This 1 point of damage from this soldier is the only damage we've dealt them. But I think we actually are in a surprisingly good position to push some damage. Like end of turn Borrower, untap, give something plus 3/3 in flying, and then we're hitting for 7 in the air. So if they pay 4 life, they go down to 14. That's half their life total. The problem is it's all public information. They know that we have it, but still, I think that's we're in a reasonable spot here. We have a removal spell. We have another big flyer, a couple man lands that we can animate and give plus 3/3 in flying to if we need to. Okay, they pay no life. Banishing Light the Elspeth, that's not a problem. We can take that out with Council's Judgment. Wall of Omens, okay. We're planning on dealing most of our damage in the air, so I don't care about Wall of Omens that much. They missed a land drop there. Brainstorm, okay. We do just play that. Yeah, we definitely want to play Council Judgment this turn, and we're not going to play Hydro Krasis for a tiny amount, so let's Brainstorm. Oof. Come on, mouse. Alright, there we go. Rats. Sorry about that, people. So we can play Brainstorm and hopefully find a 2-drop, I guess. Like Soulfire Grandmaster or something. Or Mother of Runes. That might be the best draw, actually. There's some merit to waiting on the Brainstorm, but I think this is a case, especially with a Hydroid Krasis in hand, where the 1 mana actually matters. We're a little bit tight on mana. We also have, like, Manland, so we have a lot of ways to use our mana. So I think we want to use our mana as efficiently as possible. Man, it has taken a while to cast this Brainstorm. Sorry about that again. So we'll do this. Okay. Unfortunately, we cannot play Geist of Saint Traft and Council Judgment, but we at least get to shuffle away these 2 lands. Come on. Okay. Play this. Exile their Banishing Light. Give a Soldier token +3/+3 in flying, and then attack for 7 in the air. Oh. Alright, unfortunate. Now we just get to attack for 3 in the air. We could also hit them for 1 and then take 3. I don't think that's worth it. Yeah, let's just hit for 3. And then next turn we can play a 5/5 flyer. So they'll be at 14. Then they'll go down to 11. Oh. Oh, wait, no, never mind. It doesn't change the clock. Yeah. We hit them to 14, then down to 11, and then we hit them for 8. So they're dead in 4 attacks. 3 more after this one, unless we can speed up the clock in some way. Knight of Autumn would be a great draw. Okay, so we'll just pass back. I don't know what they have, but I don't love this position. They have 3 cards in hand. I mean, I guess it's not terrible. We could maybe outgrind them. And the Sylvan Library isn't that threatening. They haven't shuffled, so 2 of the cards they're drawing are just the same card they put back last turn. So if they probably have a bunch of spells on top, and so if they want to draw some more, like, if they have prime time or something and they want to hit another land drop, they might need to pay some life here. If we drew Knight of Autumn, my plan is to play Hydroid Krasis. Oh, wait, Knight of Autumn is under the Shelldock Isle. Huh. Okay, well, it's somewhat close. We're not... Actually, yeah, that could be a really, really nice play. I'm glad we put that under the Shelldock instead of the Gideon. If we play Hydroid Krasis, then the turn after... So we'll fetch down to 24, draw down to 23, draw 2 off the Krasis down to 21, and then... be able to do it the turn after. Okay, so they do pay 4 life. Nahiri can exile our Brazen Borrower, unfortunately. Come on. It's very confusing to me how this happens. It's always, when I record a video at the end of the league, it's just like, been recording for an hour, and Magic Online has been running for a while, and that's when the fan starts going crazy and the lag starts happening. Okay, so this resolves. I take out the Borrower. I'll just crack this for a Hallowed Fountain. Time Walk would be our best draw, probably. Because then we could play Time Walk into Geist and then swing and kill the Nahiri. Thraben Inspector. Okay, let's just play Hydroid Krasis. And we can swing with both at Nahiri to hit them for 1. Or if they just want to trade off the Loyal Warhound, that's fine too. So, yeah, this is looking pretty good. Because we have... Next one we can use Knight of Autumn to kill their Banishing Light and play our own Banishing Light for another threat if they play an Omnath here or something. And yeah, this seems... I think we're ahead here. This is, of course, game 2. So even if we can pull out this one, we need to take down another match or another game. All right. This is good. Yeah, now the screen turns white, and I'm just going to need to quit the client and open it up again. All right. So normally it's it'll take a long time for it to get back to the game, or not that. I mean, like a minute or something. But then it should be pretty quick after that, I think, or at least passable, like not weirdly slow. Turn 1. Player name. Again, sorry about this. I maybe should get another computer. This one's not even that old. I don't get how this happens, but it is pretty consistent. Okay, so their Sylvan Library trigger is on the stack. They get to draw one new card, and because they paid 4 life and then kept one last turn. They get to keep one or see one new card, and then they also get to draw an extra one off of Nahiri. We have enough mana to animate Stirring Wildwood and give it flying, or use Knight of Autumn to kill the Banishing Light, then animate Stirring Wildwood and attack with it as a flyer, which would be 11 damage. So we have lethal damage in the air. They could have like Gideon Jura here. Solitude, okay. That's annoying because it gains life. Oh, and then that also gains life and is a flyer. Brutal. Yeah, that was a really strong turn for the opponent. Oh, wait. Oh, without the Gilded Goose, we could have actually just killed them. We don't have enough mana to animate and Banishing Light the Gilded Goose. Also, if we Banishing Light something, and they could just Nahiri to exile it. Sure, we take 1, or take 3. Draw another Mox. So, how much mana do we have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. It takes 2 to use Knight of Autumn. It takes 4 to animate Stirring Wildwood and attack, and 3 to use Banishing Light. So actually we do have yeah, we needed to draw a land there, or a mana source, but with that mana source, I think we actually do have enough to win. Let me just quickly count this. So these 2 use Shelldock. These 4, yeah, that's perfect. Exactly lethal. Yeah, nice. So we'll use Shelldock Isle. We'll, of course, want to make sure we tap correctly. We need to leave Stirring Wildwood up. Oh, it's not speeding up at all right now. That's frustrating. Normally it does. Okay. Nice. So we will use Shelldock Isle. We both have exactly 20 cards. That's sort of funny. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. And then 3 mana. Banishing Light the Gilded Goose. Animate this. Whew, that was close, but we were able to get there. +3/+3 in flying. So we've earned ourselves a game 3. We want to make sure not to attack on the ground, because then they could gain life with the Solitude. Alright, sweet. Their deck, the more I see of their deck, the sweeter it is. Solitude is great in this sort of deck. Nahiri is good with Omnath. Props to the opponent. They built a sweet one. We're just trying to get some cheesy wins somehow. We can bring in Seasoned Hallowblade, or Loyal Warhound for sure. Do we want, or what do we cut? I think GT is good. Geist seems reasonable. Maybe Geist is a little worse on the draw, actually. Yeah, we'll cut the Geist. It matches up very poorly against stuff like Loyal Warhound, which I'm sure they're going to cut the Loyal Warhound, but I still think that Geist is not going to be amazing in this matchup on the draw. And we are ready to go. I guess Parallax Wave is the other possible consideration, but it seems a little bit weak. They have a lot of another battlefield effects. Yeah, I think I'd rather just do it like this. I think I'm going to keep this hand. It's not very good, but it does have Jite, which I think will be pretty strong in the matchup. And it has all of our colors. Mother of Runes would be our best draw here. Basic Plains. I'm just going to crack this for an island here. Wall of Omens, okay. Caracas is okay. Actually, no, Caracas is a pretty bad draw. Pass back. We can Banishing Light their next play. If they just have Nahiri the turn after, that would be awkward. If they don't play anything, I'm not going to Banishing Light the Wall of Omens for sure. Soulfire Grandmaster. Okay, we'll just play that then. I think I'm going to hold the Caracas just to conceal information. So next turn we can give this Soulfire Grandmaster +3/+3 in flying. And hit for 5 lifelink in the air. That seems pretty good. Could also just play 2/2 Krasis, but I think I'd rather get the Elspeth down. Notably, Elspeth pluses to 5, so Needle Spires cannot kill it. Oh, do they have the Omnath? Solemn. Okay, that's not too bad. Although it does mean if we attack with Soulfire Grandmaster in the air, they could kill our Narset, or our Elspeth, if they get a red source here. They didn't get a red source. They probably have one in their hand. I think I'm still going to go for it. Ooh, Gideon, good draw. Yeah, I think I'm just going to hit them. We want to push damage. I think that's important in this matchup. So +3/+3 in flying. And attack. Bildrew and Baneslayer Angel. So they go Mountain, animate Needle Spires, attack Elspeth with everything. Elspeth dies. Okay, Raging Ravine, so they're not going to be able to kill our Elspeth. 5 mana, Fractured Identity. Jeez. We can Banishing Light that, but that sucks. Actually, this isn't terrible. We Banishing Light, equip the Jite. Do we attack and trade with a Solemn? That seems sort of bad, actually. So let's just go Caracas. Banishing Light. This is also nice because if they have Nahiri, they can't get their thing back. Then equip this and pass turn. So Fractured Identity was a 2-for-1 there, which is great for us. Normally it's significantly worse. We were able to only lose 2 permanents for it. And they do also get a 1/1 out of the deal, but that's not terrible. To Fairy, so they can bounce the Soulfire if they want to. Then attack us for 3, sure. We're just going to slam Gideon. Could go Knight Soulfire, but I think I'd rather get the Gideon down. And they can't kill it. They can put it to 1 because 4, 5, 6, 7, but they cannot kill it, like, at least with their current board. If we can find Time Walk, we could just go for the combo. It takes 8 mana to do it with the Soulfire in hand, so we can't do it if we just top deck the Time Walk. But we have Hydroid Krasis to draw. We have Mystical Tutor in the deck to search for the Time Walk. So that's probably our way to win this game. I don't think we're going to be able to outgrind them here. Okay, they have Banishing Light for our Gideon. A little bit unfortunate. I think we just play a 4/4 Krasis next turn. Or 5/5 if we draw a land. So they can animate Raging Ravine and hit us for 7. Our opponent's deck is very strong. Mox Pearl, okay. So now if we draw land, or if we draw blue source specifically, and Time Walk, we can win next turn. There's the blue source, but not the land. Next turn, we can play Knight, and I think I'm gonna hold Soulfire Grandmaster until we draw the Time Walk, just to protect it from some removal spells. If they have something like Solitude, it's instant speed, so it breaks up the combo either way. But we can go Knight of the Reliquary for 3, animate Lumbering Falls for 4, and equip the GT, I think. Okay, they path the Hydroid Krasis. Well, it's really just going to come down to whether or not we can find the Time Walk, it looks like. I will grab another blue source because we could potentially brainstorm into Time Walk if we have enough blue. They play another man land. Hopefully they're just animating the Raging Ravine again. Okay. So we're taking 8. And then they can bounce something with a Teferi. So this is pretty dicey. They might be able to kill us on their next turn. Let's just draw Time Walk. Uro. Okay. That's actually pretty bad. We're nowhere near escaping it. Oh wait, we can do the little fancy Caracas thing. Actually, that seems very good. So we'll draw our card. All right, Shelldock seems good. Yeah, we could definitely win this. Time Walk. Oh, Teferi shuts down Time Walk. So we cannot put our thing under. Yeah, we don't want to do that. So we'll probably just take a land out of the deck or something. If we see Time Walk and put it to the bottom, that's really bad. We could, I guess, put Time Walk under the Teferi and hope that they cash in their Teferi to draw a card. Which is definitely possible. So we can gain 3 more life, and that would go up to 14. Okay, let's just put Thraben Inspector under this thing. Doesn't matter for these. And if we do, yeah, I mean, let's definitely Caracas this. We can't play Knight of the Reliquary if we want to play Uro again, but I think that's still worth it. Are they going to have enough mana to double animate? No, they're not, so we're taking 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's just play the Uro again. Bummer. We'll play another land and Knight of the Reliquary. So we have 3 non-Time Walks on the bottom, but we have, yeah, I mean, 1 Time Walk in our next 15. We also have Brainstorm, which would be helpful. If they cash in their Teferi to bounce our Knight of the Reliquary, we can get an extra draw off of the Thraben Inspector too. It's a little annoying that they keep on exiling our things. Like, they've killed 3 of our things with Banishing Light, Path, and Fractured Identity, but none of them have gone to the graveyard. If they all were in the graveyard, we would be able to escape Uro next turn by sacking a land with the Knight. Animating Raging Ravine again, so they can't attack with anything other than the Raging Ravine. They actually could animate the Raging Ravine a second time, and then it would get 2 counters, which if they have nothing else to do with their mana, they probably should do, but they are not. Sorry, I'll take 6 here. Geist of St. Traft. Loyal Warhound, okay. So Time Walk wins. They're out of cards in hand. We can equip the Jite to the Knight. Gideon Blackblade. Not great. So we can play Gideon, give this lifelink, equip the Jite, and attack. I think that is the line. We could also give it Vigilance and then sack it, but I don't want to shuffle the 3 cards in because Time Walk is our only out. So equip here. Plus giving this lifelink. Attack. Teferi, doesn't really matter. They're probably just blocking with the Loyal Warhound. The thing is, having this as a blocker doesn't really do much because they can just bounce it with the Teferi. They should probably just block with Solemn. Yeah, good block by the opponent, but we needed the GT counters in the life. Interesting. That's a little confusing. I would think that they would want to draw a card off the Solemn. So we get 2 GT counters. We could play the Soulfire Grandmaster. Or we could, we could play Soulfire Grandmaster and equip the GT. Or we could leave up the Lumbering Falls to block without the GT. The problem is they're probably just going to bounce. Yeah, if we play Soulfire Grandmaster and equip the GT, they'll just bounce it with Teferi 100%. That doesn't really accomplish anything. So I think I still will play it out, though. We haven't seen any sorcery speed removal other than Fractured Identity. I guess they end Vanishing Light, but that's gone. Yeah, let's just play out Soulfire, but not equip the GT, so we can still animate Lumbering Falls. We have a 1 in 14 chance of just winning with our next draw step. We also have Mystical Tutor, which would mean we win in 2 draws. I don't know if we can survive 2 draws, though. I think we might need to top deck it this turn. We're at an effective 15 life. Yeah, with like Gideon and Elspeth both gone, I don't really see a way we win other than the combo. We're still a long way away from Uro, too. We could have just not played Uro again immediately in the turn when we did play it, and then used Karakas again next turn, which would have drawn us 1 extra card. It would have been a little bit slower, but given that, yeah, that was probably correct. Animate the Colonnade as well. Okay. We'll see if they send stuff at Gideon. I think they should. Okay, they did not. So we can block. We could just kill the Geist. If we killed the Geist and gained 4 life to 15, we would take 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, so we would die. Guess we need to chump block the Raging Ravine then. Yeah. And then we take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, so we still need to gain life. Yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. So we could also kill a token, but I think I'd rather just have 1 extra life. I don't think it matters. Go to blocks and chump. So if we draw Time Walk, we win. I don't think we can survive another turn if we don't draw it this turn. Or Brainstorm. Time Walk. Loyal Warhound. We can... Well, right, we'll equip here. Attack to Fairy. They'll chump block with the wall. So we're at 6. We can play Loyal Warhound and Soulfire Grandmaster. I'm not gonna get a basic planes here because again we don't want to. Oh, it's forced to search. That sucks. Okay. And then we'll play this and equip the GT here because we can give it a bunch of power and then we'll gain a bunch of life. And we'll pass back. They can't kill us just in the air. Yeah, I think we can actually survive another turn here. Hiri, that doesn't do much. Oh, I actually made a huge mistake. Dang, I didn't plus the Gideon last turn. That makes a big difference. If we had done that, we could have -6'd it this turn and take out their Banishing Light to get our Gideon back. And if we got our Gideon back, that would buy us at least one more turn. Dang, that's a bummer. No attacks? They didn't animate the Raging Ravine. Okay. Time Walk? Mox Emerald. Okay, so... let's give this lifelink. And equip this here. Attack to Fairy with everything, or with Gideon and Loyal Warhound. Man, if Gideon had one more loyalty right now, that would have been so much better. They're not animating any manlands. They'll probably just chump block both. Yep. So we'll give this creature +2/+2. Then this goes through. Then we'll equip this here. Oh. Oh, yeah, we can equip this here, and that's fine. I was thinking for a second that I was going to make this die, but that's not how that works. Then we'll pass. So we could go up to 13 life. They still can't minus the Teferi, so I'm pretty sure we can survive another turn unless they have something else in their hand. They discard an island, okay. Plus Teferi, okay. Also keep in mind, any spell we draw, we can use Soulfire Grandmaster for too. So if we drew Council's Judgment, we could use at least 2 Council's Judgments. Okay, they're animating Colonnade, sure. Attacking for 4, sure. Oh, they attack Gideon. Okay, makes sense. Gilded Goose, that's fine. Time Walk. Monastery Mentor, okay. So I think we'll start with the same drill. Equip this here. Actually, I guess technically we should not do this. Oh, they can ultimate Nahiri now. Give this lifelink. Attack Nahiri with both. It's good we saved. I actually didn't even think about the Mox Emerald thing, but it's good that we saved it for the Mentor. So they could either let it die or double, or okay, yeah, they're double chumping, sure. Oh. Okay, sure. So we'll remove a counter to give this +2/+2. Then this goes through. So I don't know what they have to get. If they get Omnath, that's not that bad. They can get Primeval Titan, but that's also not terrible. So we'll play the Mentor. Play the Mox. And then re-equip the Jite to the Lifelinker. Although, They can just bounce something with Teferi. I still think it's correct to do that, though. So we'll equip this here. Pass. Oh, I meant there was another little misplay there. It might have been better to just bounce Gideon with Caracas and then replay it to get another monk and to get him more loyalty. Yeah, we should have done that. So they can -8 Nahiri to get. I mean, the things we've seen are that that would be reasonable targets are Omnath and Primeval Titan. They may have more. They can't kill us here, though. We can gain 8 life, so we could go up to 20. They conceded! Wow, what a game! I really thought we were going to die there. That was insane. Mystical Tutor, so in 3 turns we were going to pull off the combo. Oh, this would have been so good. We could have made all our creatures huge and also just deployed a massive lifelinker. Wow. It's going to be a while before we do that time walk. But we got the trophy. That was sweet. This deck was definitely not broken. Well, we did have 2 Moxen and time walk. So maybe it's broken. But I didn't think it was going to be that good. But we were just able to like barely eke it out a couple games in a row. Wow. That was sweet. I think this deck was a few cantrips away from greatness. We didn't have that much card selection. And, like playing stuff like Blade Splicer and that's just not amazing. Also, if our white planeswalkers were blue planeswalkers, that would have been better. If these were like Jace the Mind Sculptor or Teferis. But still, this deck was pretty sweet. Fun mana base. There's a lot of different heroes. Like, Elspeth and Gideon were both good at various points. I guess, how did we even win our games? Just like a random assortment of things, I guess. We didn't have any games that Mother of Runes completely took over. And we never escaped Uro. So maybe Uro just shouldn't have been in the deck. Knight of Autumn and Knight of the Reliquary were both very strong, so I think the Green Splash, and so was Hydroid Krasis. So the Green Splash was good, even though Uro, which was the original reason we splashed green, wasn't. But that was just sweet. I had a great time. Hopefully you did too. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.